You know what's perfect about this song is that it's like R. Kelly. There's like a corniness to him.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's unapologetically corny.
And he also unapologetically illiterate.
Is he?
He can't read. Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah. He's like dyslexic.
Oh, why is everyone so hard on him? What did he?
You're absolutely right.
I didn't watch the documentary that everyone's supposed to watch. I'm sure. I don't know. I don't know if I'm still gonna enjoy his music after, but yeah.
Not ashamed of. It's a really good song. I hate it.
It's a really good song.
I hate that it's from the Shaft soundtrack, which just makes it actually like, pretty sweet. But
Dude, it's ruined a lot of movies.
yeah,
What?
Well, just R. Kelly just being a part
Space
of
Jam.
Yeah, Space Jam.
Yeah, it ruined
That's the one
that.
I was thinking about.
Yeah.
That's the only other movie I could think about.
It ruined
black,
Trapped in the Closet.
Yeah, that. Most like really cheap black films, they end with like the electric slide, and then usually it's to Step in the Name of Love. So he's ruined all those C movies and shit. You know.
Yeah. What a bummer. Anyway, Brandon Collins is joining us today
folks.
to talk about another bad man, a real bad man.
Yeah.
We're talking about Mr. Untouchable, Nicky Barnes, the king of Harlem.
So bad light skinned motherfucker,
dealer.
man.
He was a bad light skinned motherfucker. That's right. Who is the baddest dark skinned motherfucker? Are you technically light skinned?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the most common folk I am.
Yeah.
I recently found out last year, though, I'm like half like Haitian, I guess. Yeah, which is crazy. Being
How'd
a
you
kid
find
from,
that out?
23andMe.
Okay.
And then find out who my father was. So,
Yeah,
he had a very Creole last name. So I was like, oh, this is interesting.
Oh, nice.
It's not Collins. That's for damn sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's gotten me a lot of interviews without sight unseen. Brandon Collins. It's a very...
Yeah, you forget about that. Just the resume, just the name on the resume.
Just see the name on the resume. It's before LinkedIn, you know. I used to get invited for a lot of crazy interviews.
Unless you're in show business, then it helps, right? Yeah. If you have like a Muslim name. Anyway, well, we're talking about the king, the Mr. Nicky Barnes. He was a heroin kingpin in Harlem. Yep. And one thing I like to do, when we talk about these guys, I like to go back to the beginning. I like to look at their childhood, their origin story. And so I thought this was interesting in the documentary that we watched. Nicky Barnes had a similar upbringing to John Gotti, where he said that he thought his father was a bum. He thought his father was a jive-ass dude, as he put it. And there was a night.
Say that again.
There was one night when his father came home, tried to hit his mother, and then he pulled out a gun, and then I guess he fired the gun. It wasn't really that clear, but he fired the gun, and then he did something. There was kickback or something. Yeah. And his dad was like, "Yeah, you're a pussy." But it seems like a lot of these guys don't have fathers. They don't have guidance, you know?
Yeah. They're very lost. Or,
yeah.
You know, they're like want to be better. Like they're like, my dad's a piece of shit or like can't provide for family. So I want to make sure I'm never that dude.
Right.
Even though they always end up that dude.
Right. And there's always like some life lessons that I guess they kind of miss.
Yeah. I mean, like Nicky Barnes is like, oh, I'm not going to end up poor. And then at the end, he's in witness protection program. You can't make millions of dollars being a FBI informant.
Right. What do these guys do? Are they like once they go into witness protection, are they allowed to like earn or make money or get a job? I guess they're given new identities.
I think they're
or
automatically set up with a job.
Okay.
Right? I think they're like hooked up with that because they can't allow for companies to do
like an Amazon warehouse right now or something.
I mean, he's 80 years old now, man. He's
I think they might get like a per diem and they just don't even because like would you want like that guy just out in the general population?
That'd be fucked up though if he's getting a per diem like after he murdered all these people and
right. But I mean, the alternative is just like you said, having him like it's some low-paying job.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. Well, that happened to Philly and Eddie from the in Philly. They like the government denied him like a new identity or something. He's like, I can't get a job. I don't know what to do. This sucks. They betrayed me. Yeah, the feds. I mean, once you start like researching this stuff, you realize how dirty the fucking feds are.
I mean, if you think about like, I know like American Gangster's like the dramatization version of like Frank Lucas and Nicky Barnes, right? But even at the end, Russell Crowe's like helping Denzel. They're like laughing with each other at the end, even though Frank Lucas is like ratting all these corrupt cops. But it's just like, yeah, no one's really like the good guy or the bad guy in these situations.
Yeah. Right. And it seems like there always ends up being like sort of a respect, like the cops end up respecting the guy, or they get drawn into the lifestyle or whatever. Yeah,
I've thought about how easily corruptible I probably am if I were in law enforcement.
Mm-hmm.
Like if Nicky Barnes, if I was like trailing him
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, "Hey man, you like you use a suit. Here's
Yeah.
$5,000." I'd be like,
Yeah.
"Thank you very much, sir."
Right.
Go
You're like,
about my
damn,
way.
I'm going to Men's Warehouse. I'm gonna get
No,
I'm
fuck
gonna get
that
the
place.
nicest.
Dude.
Really?
Are you
What?
getting married yet?
No. Soon.
Don't go to Men's Warehouse. Do not do your suits there.
Oh, don't get
Swear to
my
God,
suit
it
for my
was
wedding from Men's Warehouse.
One of the worst experiences in my life.
Yeah.
Want to burn that place down.
I'm a Joseph A. Banks guy. Yeah.
Good job.
What
I
about
am gonna have to do it. What?
you don't like the way you look?
Yeah. Well, actually, so that guy, I thought that guy died, the founder of Men's Warehouse, but I was like so sure he was dead, but I think he just disappeared for a little bit because his name was George Zimmer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes
Smart
sense.
business move.
I always get him and the Dos Equis guy confused.
You do?
Yeah. I don't know why. They're just like bearded white guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
He's like a
They
staple.
don't even look alike.
They
That's
do,
so
right?
offensive.
He's
I
like
never-
the Shanko guy, you know. He's just like he's in every commercial. You know, it's Shanko or Men's Warehouse.
Shanko? What's that?
Yeah, the diamond business. Now you have a friend in the diamond business, Shanko.
Are you referencing some like local Minnesota commercial?
No,
only
it's
you know about?
national.
It's on New York one a lot.
Shanko.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shanko? I don't know what that is.
Well, maybe it's not national.
Yeah.
So Nicky Barnes.
So Nicky Barnes. Well, welcome to the show. Yeah. So he starts. Now. This is like I kind of like this story because this gives you. We talk about Italians a lot,
Yeah.
but
They hooked him up.
They hooked him up, but like this story, I think makes you understand crime a little more because people said like before he came around, not everybody in the neighborhood was like, not everybody was eating, not everybody had cars, and then once they started working for him, they interviewed some lady in the documentary, and she was like, I don't want to glorify this, but once I started to work for him, it was like life was better.
It's like going from like working at Target as a cashier to then working at like Goldman Sachs as an accountant. Like, it's like the pay scale is fucking crazy at that point.
Right.
And like at the time, I think in Harlem, it was like Bumpy Johnson and his crew. And because my co-host on Media Popcorn, Justin Brown, his dad worked for Bumpy Johnson.
Okay.
But they were very like low level, like they weren't into the heroin business at all.
Okay.
It was like mostly weed and other shit like that.
Okay.
And that's why, like, in reading his bio, like Nicky got the hookup in jail from the Italian mob. And then they were like, hey, we don't have any contacts in Harlem. We give you some supply. Can you make it work? And they told him how to organize, and he created the fucking council.
Yeah. Well, Harlem is like interesting too because we did an episode on Stephanie St. Clair like a while back, and we got some hate mail for that episode actually.
Really?
Yeah, from a white woman. But, a white woman who was like writing a book about Stephanie St. Clair, and she was like,
I was expecting to get some nice facts, some good facts,
and we said like we were like I don't know because she was like sexually assaulted in France, and we were like but must suck even worse getting raped by a French guy. Like it's like getting raped by Pepe Le Pew, and she didn't appreciate that. Anyway,
I remember you said that.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that was the chick that like banged all the dudes, right?
Yeah. Use what you have, baby.
She is not a looker.
That's how Matt's mom got to be assistant manager. Stephanie St. Clair's not a looker?
I don't think so. I think I Googled her after your episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's funny how like I think about this a lot. Like you look at photo references and there's like a sort of a distance when you look at a picture of somebody from like 1960s, 1920s. You're like, oh, that was like a long time ago where people were like different. But 80 years from now, there's going to be good quality photos to document. So there's going to be less of a disconnect between you and the past, I think.
You
right?
think the photo, you didn't think they were good looking at all in the past.
Well, it's just like you look at like an old photo of your grandmother and you're like, yeah, okay.
Doesn't do it. It's not like your mom.
This is
hard to, or your sister.
Yeah, well, it's hard to like empathize with her, I guess, because the photo's in black and white and her hair's funny. No,
you're making sense. I like it.
I don't know. It's hard for me to like. It really is hard for me to give a shit about anything that happened like before 1992.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Also, like, when you have, like, films that dramatize the shit. So, like, Frank Lucas is played by Denzel, right?
Yeah.
And that's one of the ugliest dudes I've seen in a long time.
Frank Lucas is?
Yeah.
Nicky Barnes wasn't that.
Nicky
And Cuba
Barnes-
Gooding Jr. played him.
And Nicky Barnes was, like, the kind of dweeb that you see in the back of the class picking his nose all the time.
Oh,
That couldn't quite do the alphabet. And you just, like, you dumb motherfucker. Like, that's Nicky Barnes.
Right.
Little ass head and shit.
He had a little head?
He just looks like when he was growing up, he definitely had a little head.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a little head too. I'm a little self-conscious about it. I don't have a very
But,
good
like,
head to body ratio.
It elongated, so
Yeah.
you worked out.
Right. Thank you. Anyway, so so Nicky Barnes, he's selling heroin in Harlem. Now, what was the next point I wanted to make? Okay, so like this is like more of an American. Oh, Harlem is interesting because Harlem was always an area where it's like they mentioned white flight in the documentary. They're like a lot of people moved out of the city. They could only, the only people who were left were people who couldn't leave, and Harlem was it always seemed like people were trying to like muscle in on Harlem. Like it wasn't like other organized crime people like Dutch Schultz and probably the Italian mafia.
Yeah, Carmine Galante thought Harlem shouldn't be it should be an Italian province, and they didn't respect the people of Harlem, so they had to go to war.
Probably because of his respect to like, the Bronx and stuff at the time. Like they were like, well, we should naturally have this territory.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And also there were a lot of Italians in Harlem, right? At some point. I mean, like Rayo's is up there.
I mean, maybe. I'm from Michigan, man. I grew up.
Right.
I just saw this shit from afar.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Well, like my family,
Sorry.
my family did take a trip
Matt wrote Harlem expert on your bio here.
Jesus Christ.
Nice job, Matt. Fucking embarrass
I lived
us.
in Harlem for 6 months.
Okay.
That's pretty dope, though.
Yeah.
Great food.
Yeah. Well, I think the Genovese family they ran up there anyway. But this is also like kind of an interesting story because, it does kind of show you like it shows you people's motivation to get involved in this kind of stuff. They're like, I want to be somebody.
Yeah. But later on he regretted it, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's what he says in that interview. He's like,
yeah.
if I had known what it was going to do to my community, and like in retrospect, I wouldn't do it. But at the time, I was young. I wanted to make money.
Mm-hmm.
I was making a lot of money.
Yeah.
He's like, I thought people were just doing heroin and then using it to get through their day.
The main thing I have with these guys is like they never just stop. Like they never talk to themselves about what's my realistic cap. Because I feel like if I were into this shit, I'd be like, all right, if I have 40 mil in the bank,
right,
I can walk away.
They never set a goal.
Yeah, you never
think you could, but then once you have 40 mil in the bank, you're like, well, you now you have like a couple houses or whatever.
You got a girlfriend and a wife.
Yeah.
I mean,
you got a secret family you got to support.
Yeah, I mean, you had a lot of mistresses. I mean, you get a lot of pussy. I get it.
I think that's a good idea, though.
But at the same time, it's like, who are you liable to? Like, is he liable to the mob, the Italian mob, to like keep this going because they're getting a good cut? Like I we all watch Breaking Bad, right? So I'm always like, fuck. All Walter had to do was just like stop. Once he had the pile of money in the garage,
multiple opportunities,
just like stop and walk away.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, would that chick that came in the last season and her organization, would they actually let him stop?
Right.
You know what I mean? Or they've done things to make him like the way they made Jesse, like make the product still.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, are you ever really able to walk away? Like the way, like, my naive mind.
Yeah, he like choked a guy to death with a bike lock, and he's like, "Well, that's
the
it."
first episode.
Yeah, the first episode. Yeah. I mean, that guy was gonna kill him though. Yeah. That's interesting. It does seem like there's no cap. There's no cap on greed, and there's no cap on like ambition, really. But I don't know. I mean, look, I recently bought 2 hoodies that are very
say heroin. I was like, shit, Mike, we really living this life, huh? The sit downs are real deal.
Yep. No, work was slow for like a month, and I bought a hoodie, and then I got another one that matched the pants that I bought because I got them home, and
oh, Mike.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you in a while, man. Is everything okay?
Well, no, I just haven't bought myself a hoodie in like forever.
Yeah.
But
how much was it?
$80 each.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Each? Okay.
Yeah.
I spent $200 in a hoodie recently.
You did? What kind of hoodie was it?
It's a Todd Snyder Peanuts hoodie with Woodstock on it. It's actually the most comfortable hoodie I've ever had. I mean, it fucking better be. But
it sounds like you guys are living a good life
nice.
right now. Like my hoodies are like $30 or like less.
Yeah, Matt's girlfriend doesn't give him enough money for that. His allowance is too small to buy himself an $80
my per diem
hoodie.
is no
Yeah. She's like, you're just going to buy a $200 hoodie with it.
No, she won't let me eat out lately. I'm so mad at her.
She won't let you eat out?
Yeah, she's like, I've bought food for the house. I'm cooking. And I'm like, well, that's nice, but I still...
That's healthier though, man.
I know. You know.
Your woman wants to cook you.
I don't let my bitch not let me do anything.
Go off, King.
No, because the other day she's like, we need a new mattress. I said, bitch, we don't have any fucking money.
This is such a broken home.
Oh my god.
No, it's not.
I don't have any money.
So what did she say back?
Money.
No, she wants a new mattress. I mean, we need a new mattress, but I'm looking at prices. Like a queen mattress is like $1,000 from like the decent companies. She's like, let's get it because our anniversary.
Yeah, dude, I'll reach out.
A Casper mattress is $1,000.
I'll reach out to Casper and maybe they'll sponsor us.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And then they'll give you one for free so you could talk about how much you're sleeping better.
How much I love the mattress.
How much you're fucking on it.
Oh, okay.
You know, how your back is better and shit.
Yeah, now you can get boners.
So much.
Right.
You can get boners on your new mattress.
That's not what stopped me from not getting boners.
Then maybe you should start selling heroin, man. Then you can get that mattress money.
Right. You know who never had to worry about his mattress was Nicky Barnes.
You know, imagine that's like that's the start of the next drug empire. It's like, yeah, I can fucking afford a mattress. And one day I was just like, hey, Nico, you got that kilo of Coke again?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Need to be
but anyway, so she's like, so Valentine's Day is a week from our anniversary. So she's like, why don't we just get a mattress as part of our present? But then like we have she wants to upgrade to a queen. Yeah. I'm like, okay, well, getting the mattress, it's like I don't want to spend $1,000 on a mattress, and then also you have to get
the bed frame and everything,
the bed frame and then new sheets. Yep. It's like I'm not fucking made of money, you fucking stupid, you know. What is this? What does money fucking grow on trees?
Yeah, dude, you're gonna love that upgrade though. So you from a full to a queen, dude.
Yeah, you're taller than me, dude. Like I can't believe you have a full.
Am I? Yeah. I don't know. It's worked.
My girl and I have a queen, and we're fucking small as hell.
You should get a king, dude.
Yeah, because you are one.
Thank you. Hey, thanks. Appreciate that.
I feel bad making fun of your long face.
No, come on. Indian people like their king size beds. That's because I'm a mover. I've seen enough of them.
You got that super detailed profile.
Yeah. Anyway, where were we? So, okay. So, selling heroin. The thing about Nicky Barnes was that he had so people don't buy drugs from the meanest guy on the street. They buy drugs from who has the best product, and Nicky Barnes prided himself on having the best product, the best heroin, the most pure, uncut, good heroin. And that's important, you know? Your product is
yeah, he had a huge reach too. He was in all 5 boroughs at some point. And the reason why he got pissed at Frank Lucas was because Frank Lucas was getting the shit from Vietnam, and it was like 98% pure, and that's why he labeled it Blue Magic. So like, and they talked about this in an interview. Frank Lucas at the time was like boutique shit, like the really fancy stuff, and then you know Nicky Barnes was like the more generic, like easy accessible stuff.
Yeah,
so you had to pay a little bit more to get Frank shit, but it was like way better,
right?
Okay. And that's what he got pissed off and.
Nicky got pissed off at Frank.
Yeah, they had like a little beef and stuff. But Frank Lucas actually goes down pretty fast. He's like almost in and out in the drug world. Like I think he's only active for, I think in Mr. Untouchable, he talked about like less than a year.
Okay.
Like so,
who was the guy he shot in the head on the street corner? Did that happen?
I'm sure it did. I mean, Idris Elba's played him though. But I just remember in Mr. Untouchable, I was so thrown off. I'm like, because American Gangster makes it seem like it's fucking years that he's in power.
Right.
And it's like, no, like this motherfucker was out in a year.
Yeah.
Like he was down.
So he's done his time already?
Yeah, they're both out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably on some bullshit.
Probably.
Frank Lucas can't get out of his wheelchair though, so I don't know what the hell happened to him. He probably got the sugars.
But I saw an interview with Frank Lucas one time. He said he was paying the cops.
There's diabetes.
Oh, okay. The sugars. We were going to just let it go.
We know what that is.
We're
talking about the sugars allowed, medium popcorn.
Yeah. That's such a fun spin to put on like a horrible disease. The sugars.
Yeah, go.
I lost my foot because of the sugars. Because of the pixie sticks.
Yeah. You got pre-sugars.
Yeah. Diabetes. It's no good. Anyway, so so Nicky Barnes had good product. And then but you know what's funny? Oh wait, I want to tell a story. So there's some story about like this Rich Voss and some other comic had to pick up. There's some story. They had to pick up this kid from the airport who was like coming in from LA, this like new comic.
Okay.
So picked him up from the airport and they stopped in Harlem to buy heroin, I think, or maybe to buy crack. I don't know what it was.
Either or.
So it's Rich Voss and some other comic and this other kid, and the kid, and they buy drugs, and the kid like gets scared and he runs out of the car and like runs away, and that the kid was David Spade.
Oh shit!
So it's like this kid like went on to be like a star. Rich Voss just had to smoke crack for like
oh my god
20 more years. Yeah.
David Spade just like, this crazy guy with a lisp took me to Harlem to get crack.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of gangsters, so Rich, did you hear that story about Bonnie's daughter? She like harassed Ian Fidance over text.
No.
They like did a gig together. Do you know Ian?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Bonnie like took, Ian on a gig and took her daughter with her, and her daughter like asked Ian if he was a crack addict and then got his phone number, and they just started like harassing him and telling him that he sucks.
That's what they're making fun of all the things to make fun of Ian about?
Yeah. Well,
not his creepy mustache?
Yeah, no, I think she was doing that too. She was just like he showed me this like
so
barrage of like gray text from like a 10-year-old girl who was like bullying him.
Dude, I want to be like a rich kid.
A rich kid?
Yeah, like a powerful kid like Bonnie's daughter. She's
a powerful kid like Bonnie's daughter?
She's just allowed to like harass her. Like,
I mean, that's every kid in Bushwick. If you don't have to be a comedian's
or did
daughter.
You just read Ian
haven't you ridden the train?
Kids
like, can say whatever they want to you. I think she smelled it on him. Yeah. I think everybody kind of smells it on him that they can.
How did she get his number?
What's that?
How did
she got it somehow? I don't know.
I hope he didn't give it to her, because then that's a whole bag of marbles.
He might have, but yeah, he's obviously weak-minded enough to.
It's like, how do you interact with a 10-year-old?
Have you like experienced that though? You ever meet someone who's just kind of like, you're like, I know I can bully you and I should. It's like my duty to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When I was 18, I was going to Vegas with my best friend back in Michigan. It was like a family trip for them.
Yeah.
And he had a cousin who like had vitiligo, that Michael Jackson disease, quote unquote. And he recently got kicked out of ninja school. He was like 21 and he looked like Napoleon Dynamite, but like if he had this weird disease.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I had to make fun of him the whole trip.
Nice.
But he did get back at me one time. We were all in a taxi and he was in the middle. It's kid Justin. I was on the left side and my friend Sean's on the right.
Yeah.
And he kept talking about ninja moves, like, praying mantis and crouching tiger and shit. I was just making fun of him the whole trip. And then at one point I'm like, hey, Justin, what's the difference between praying mantis and crouching tiger again? He's like, well, crouching tiger is when you're very stealthily and then you attack your opponent from out of nowhere. And then praying mantis is when you, and then he just chopped me in the throat.
Oh my
basically
God.
demonstrated what it was. And he knocked the wind out of me. I was like, touche.
Yeah, but so a praying mantis is when you're loud, like a praying mantis?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just was like slightly without oxygen for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
So.
Is that where your skin turns the same color as the sand in Las Vegas?
They just showed the Kennedys, so we're watching the documentary with the sound off. They just showed Joe Kennedy, Bobby Kennedy, and JFK, and it's funny how like Joe Kennedy was like a bootlegger, and I think that is the dream for a lot of people. They're like, I'm gonna do crime, I'm gonna get rich, and then my kids can be something, and no one really gives a shit about Joe Kennedy's body count.
I found out when my great grandma died that my family used to be bootleggers.
Oh yeah,
back in the 1920s in Michigan. Yeah, they used to send her down the street with a wagon of moonshine and shit. Because they're like, nobody gonna arrest the baby. I'm like, my family's dumb.
That's
my
great.
family is stupid.
I just want to be like on the Canadian border, in like a furry hat and a nice coat. Just be like, there it is, boys. There's all our all our liquor. Anyway, what else here? So Nicky Barnes, he had a wife, and he also had a mistress. My man, am I right?
Yep.
Yeah, he had a mistress for a long time. What was her name, Matthew? Shamika?
Yeah, you got Shamika Barnes and
Tits McGee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The wife found out because she was going to, he got arrested and she had to go talk to the lawyer, and she saw a note that said collect jewelry from Shamika Barnes, and then she found out that way.
It seems like Italians, I mean, the Gumar is like a big part of our culture, I guess. I don't think my dad cheats on my mom, but I mean, who knows? I think my great grandfather had a mistress that lived downstairs. Yeah, but I feel like maybe having a side piece, it's a fun idea in theory, but it's not
too
good
much work.
It hurts people. It's too much work. Yeah.
Even
Especially
after you
these
die.
days.
Yeah, they find out after you die. Because,
yeah.
Isn't that how you guys found out that, like, your great grandfather died? Like, two families showed up.
No, she lived in the same building. She lived downstairs.
She just came upstairs, started crying.
Yeah, everybody.
Like my husband. You're like, what?
Everybody knew about it. Yeah. But yeah, then the side bitch comes to the funeral.
Yeah, it's always weird.
Yeah, it's not good. The best thing you can do is commit yourself faithfully to one woman.
Right,
guys.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
You said it.
All right.
Clip
good.
that. Send that to Deb.
Put that on YouTube. Yeah.
Somebody send that clip to Deb.
That's my promotional clip.
So glad my wife doesn't know how to use podcasts.
Yeah. No, I know, but I mean, it is. Yeah.
When you're a gangster, though, like you're not gonna be faithful. Come on.
Right.
Like even you guys watch Narcos,
what did
the new season?
No, I haven't seen
Narcos Mexico. Even like that dude who's like pushing off this one smoking Mexican chick.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, no, I don't cheat. And then later on, you find out he like knots up all these bitches.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, man, no one's right.
Yeah.
No one's good. I've sold my oats everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
if you got that kind of money, you can I'll pay for people. You can pay for people to be quiet.
Right. I mean, if you're killing people is like part of your operations, where they talk about like you need to be willing to kill in the heroin business because if somebody doesn't pay, it's like a respect thing.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're killing people, you got to think like what's just a little, people respect me. Come on. Maybe not like that, but
what do you mean?
Like people fear you because you could kill them, right? So, like, I feel like that level of power, people would just respect, like, oh, this guy just fucks around.
They would, but women don't really respect anything. They don't respect status or it's like they have a weird. I feel like men are very like hierarchical, where like this guy's the boss, this guy's got TV credits, this guy's got a successful podcast. You're like, yeah, how you doing, Mister whatever, Mister Sean Patton,
at TJ Maxx,
Mr. Mullen, yeah, and women are like, who are you, you fucking piece of shit? You're nothing. You're a fucking bum.
Like, bitch, I just got a promotion at McDonald's.
Yeah,
I'm over here shining and you ripping me down.
I'm an assistant manager, right.
Now I gotta sell heroin.
They don't seem to adhere to the same standards that we do, which I think is probably a good thing.
Yeah.
But all these, I don't know, it's weird. All these girls who are like, fuck Louis C.K. And it's like, well, don't you, I don't know, you don't have any respect? Don't you respect people who are good at the thing you want to do? I don't know. By the way, if I can go off on a little tangent here,
sure.
I watched Crashing last night. I've never seen it.
Oh.
Never seen it.
Can't wait to see where this is going.
Wait. So you watched the episode with the girlfriend of Ray Romano? Just want to make sure I'm watching the same
It's the episode with the girl. It's the most recent episode.
Yeah, with
from,
Ray
I guess,
Romano.
season 3.
Yep.
Yeah. And I think it's so funny that like Judd Apatow is like attacking Louis on Twitter, and then he's like, okay, we're gonna do the scene where you sit on Pete Holmes' face. So why don't you go ahead and take your shirt off and let's see those tits. And all right, action, let's go. Like that's way more degrading to make a young actress film that scene where she fucking fucks Pete Holmes. We have to watch Pete Holmes fuck.
Yeah,
that's way worse than asking someone, which is not cool. But like that's way worse than asking someone to jerk off.
Yeah, let's see a little more tasteful filmmaking.
Whatever happened to filmmaking?
Whatever happened to the drapes flapping in the window, and you knew they were having sex. You could hear it. Yeah.
My main issue with Crashing is like, no one calls Pete what he is in that show, which is a loser.
Yeah.
If you're over 35 trying to be like open mic and like do that, like it's just weird.
Yeah.
Like everyone's just like, yeah, this is normal. Like you have like Jermaine and Arpana, all these people popping up. Jamie Lee was like fucking girlfriend, which I'm like,
girlfriend. Yeah,
she's a fucking 9.7, and Pete's a 3 on a good day.
You think she's a 9.7?
I think she's smoking.
I'll tell you said that.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, she's a good. I did over mics with her. She was like one of the first people I met in New York. Yeah. Did I ever? I don't think so.
I grew up with a bunch of girls like her in Michigan. So that's
did I ever get drunk and tell her she was beautiful? I don't think so.
I've done that to many people.
Yeah, same. Yeah, what are you gonna do?
It's not great.
My new favorite thing is I think I talked about this last episode, but I like when you see feet in an Instagram story.
Okay, go on.
Did you just waiting for him to jump in? Yeah,
go
dude.
Yeah, dude. Like you're not supposed to. It's like girls don't think that I'm getting turned on by their feet, but I am a little bit because they don't know.
So it's like a power thing.
It's like seeing something you're not supposed to see. It's like watching a girl change.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh man.
It's like it's like when you set up your camera in the dressing room at Ross.
I'm not yes-anding this for you, bro.
Oh, you're not? All right. No, I'm just saying.
It's just going to get worse if I keep entertaining this.
It's hot. It will get worse. It's hot when you get to see feet. Right? Especially when there's tattoos on
Everybody's just so open about sending you feet pictures. I mean, like, I never posted those feet pictures of Erica you sent me. Was I supposed to do that? I just deleted them.
Yeah.
I was like, this is weird.
Wait, you really get feet pics?
Huh?
You really get some
She
feet
was
pics?
she was on a premium episode, and
okay.
like
no,
as
we
a
have
bit.
female guests on, and then we take pictures of their feet, and then we give them $10.
Please subscribe to our Patreon.
Please subscribe to our Patreon, guys.
It's only $5
You
a
want to
month.
see some feet? Oh yeah, actually, Matt, can you post those photos right now on our Patreon?
Oh sure.
Patreon.com/sitdownpod if you want to see.
I won't do it right now, but I'll remember.
Some beautiful ass feet. No, I don't know. I don't think I have a foot fetish. I was.
I mean, it's fine, man. Like, I'm into some weird shit.
No,
too.
but I don't. Yeah, like what?
I'm into like. Okay, this is really weird, but I'm into like.
Or do you want me to share another one of mine? You can say yours.
I'll share mine, and then you can cap
okay.
mine in case mine gets really creepy. You
Okay.
can pivot a little bit.
It's just something horrible, like weird and dark.
Yeah.
I love pictures on Instagram because a lot of chicks do this for sure. They're like, they're like, I'm not a model. I'm actually a music, a singer, and you're like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
But when they wear these tight like tops, and you get like the nice titty meat that kind of almost overlaps, like the titties kind of like almost float over each other. But it's like
So you like the
a push
under,
up.
yeah,
the
I like a good voluptuous package.
Gotcha.
Where you just like, yeah, if I could get
That's
that
not
off.
weird at all. It seems
It's
really
like
normal.
it's a
Nice,
specific like thing. Like,
Yeah.
I'll show you a picture of like a
Okay.
chick I've been looking at all day.
Okay.
Hell yeah,
Perfect.
guys.
What about you?
Guys being guys.
What's your other one?
I'm really attracted to like large women, like tall, like over 6'4".
Like really tall chicks.
Yeah, like really tall chicks. I just want one to like kill me.
How tall do you think that chicken crashing is?
Pete's girlfriend.
Yeah.
she's probably I don't know. 5'10"?
She looks really tall.
Yeah, maybe she's
For some
like
reason,
5'10".
I like dig that about her. Like she's not the kind of chick I would usually find attractive. But that actress, I'm like, man, I could.
All that's like
I'll show
power
you.
stuff. It seems like
You
like
mean power
feet and like the
Feet
ability
is a power
to
thing?
Well, like you said, like that they don't know that you're getting turned on, or like,
Well, it's like
they can overpower you, and like a woman that could kill you type of deal.
Like
Just-
a little titty groove like that. I like a little titty,
Yeah,
like a nice little groove inside,
Yeah,
yeah.
where it's like
Big
you know,
fan.
Yeah.
Brandon and I just brush legs.
Yes. I didn't want to bring.
Well,
that.
this is the kind of thing I like, where it's like, you know,
Oh yeah, those are some
and it's
nice
like
warlocks.
that just shows up on.
Yeah,
that just shows
Instagram
up on
is dangerous,
Instagram.
man.
It's dangerous.
My
but-
wife, like every time she sees me on Instagram, she's like, "What the fuck
What
are
are you
you looking
doing?"
at?"
Right,
Like,
right, right.
It's
The
not my
wrong
fault.
stills up. You're like,
It's-
no, you
It's
scroll.
not my fault. All these
Yeah,
chicks
yeah,
are
yeah.
naked.
Right.
Even comedians, for some reason, are naked. Or I've said that in quotes, but like, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, promote shows.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, that's another thing that they do. They'll be like, just want you to come to my show tonight. It's like they're asshole.
Yeah, what?
But
Dates.
stuff like this is like, that's kind of cool too. That's nice that
Yeah.
that just ends up on there, you know?
Sure.
But the thing is, like, you have to just not. But it's also weird that like it's on there and I'm seeing it and you can't comment or acknowledge it.
Don't like it.
Well,
Don't like
Instagram
your
is a lot
history.
easier to creep because all you have to do is like
Yeah.
and you can keep moving. Whereas if
I
you do
don't
something
even
on
like
Twitter,
it. Yeah.
if you like something on Twitter that's kind of,
Mhm.
you know, creepy or like, you know, that could be perceived as creepy. Your friends will see Mike Recine liked.
Yeah.
And it's this picture of this chick shaking her naked ass. all over
And
shit.
100 or other
Yeah,
the number of people. Instagram's like that too, though.
Yeah, the old Ted Cruz thing. No, that's why I don't even like the picture. I just kind of like move on. But it's nice that this stuff kind of ends up on there, and then you just like go to the nearest like broom closet or Starbucks bathroom because, as you guys know, you're allowed to use the bathroom at Starbucks because they were racist.
Exactly.
So you know you're not racist, are you?
Oh, man, I forgot.
No, I'm not
about-
buying
that's
anything.
insane.
Or what are you, some kind of bigot? That's
Right.
right. Give me the bathroom key, and then you fucking, you know,
The bathroom key.
Tug
What kind
one
of-
out,
it's a
baby.
code.
Bathroom
What kind of
code.
Starbucks are you
Sorry.
going? Star Wars.
Yeah.
I go to the Starbucks I go to is called Dunkin' Donuts.
You're like harassing like janitors for the broom closet
That's what-
key.
That's what he should have done is instead of investing in car dealerships where they all got, you know, cars got repossessed and shit.
Mhm.
Nicky Barnes should have invested in Dunkin' Donuts because no one's gonna fucking repossess an Indian coffee beanery.
Right.
Yeah. 100%.
Right. There was a guy that I worked with that got junk. He did repo for like some car dealership, and he was like, "Yeah, dude, he said like there's GPS on all the cars. He tells me where the car is. I disable it. I take it back. I get $600." And it's like, I guess that's
he never got fucked up. I always feel like when you try to repo a car or something, depending on who it is, like they'll try to fight you.
100%. Yeah.
Sure. He probably goes at night or something.
Maybe it's like a New York thing because street parking is, it's not like you're going into somebody's driveway. You see headlights. You're like, oh, shit, I know I'm poor. I'm going to go defend my car.
Yeah. He was also just like,
I know I'm poor. That's the first thing they say out loud. Oh, shit, I know I'm poor. I need my car.
He was just like this dead-eyed, like Irish white guy named Steve who just like, yeah, dude, I've been shot at, I've been threatened, I've been cursed at, I've been spit on, but you just take the car, you drive it away. It's like, I guess what you're doing is technically not illegal, and like someone's got to do it. But that's an interesting concept to me. Is like, so a lot of times, like people hated drug dealers because they're like, oh, they're selling out the community. Yeah. They're some people. Nicky Barnes was even accused of being an agent for the white man, which I think is kind of funny.
Right. He like philosophized about that when he was in prison. He didn't realize kind of what
because he was killing his own people.
Yeah,
that's why.
Right. Which I guess everything's Whitey's fault.
But not Italians. Right. You guys have your own issues.
I know. Yeah. I know. It's funny that there's Italians who are like, oh, I guess white men are the bad people, huh? And it's like no one's even mad at you. You have no power. You're not taking anybody's, Anyway, but that's like
you gonna talk about your traffic or your parking ticket?
Well, I got a parking ticket today. Now, first of all, I just feel like being a meter maid is equivalent to being a drug dealer because you're destroying the community, you're hurting people, you're taking people's money away, giving it to the state, and it's also like you really are. If you're a meter maid, you're worse than Nicky Barnes because you're not giving anything back to the community.
Yeah, Nicky Barnes is buying turkeys and shit.
Handing them out. I mean, that's kind of like my fantasy. I want to do that someday. So
just hand out turkeys to the community,
just with a 20-foot truck full of turkeys and just throw them off the.
So many turkeys, bro.
What?
That's so many turkeys.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be really rich.
Think about how cold that is too, because they're cold.
I just slip and a frozen turkey hits an old lady in the head, knocks her over. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it is kind of. I mean, it's badass to do that, but I also think that, like, I don't know, maybe the harm that you're doing is a lot more than.
Yeah, I mean, like killing like 5 people because of your heroin isn't the equivalent of like giving out 5 turkeys.
You get to eat for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's true.
Especially because I always thought about like even though he gave these gangsters would give out turkeys to the community. You never knew if they were able to like season it or like have like sides with the turkey.
Yeah,
because they're all poor.
Somebody knows how to cook it.
They're all doing smack. Like I don't think they'd all be able to like make cranberry sauce,
and
stuffing.
They probably just use it to like rob a convenience store or something.
Just break the glass.
Break the glass. Yeah. Frozen turkey from Frank Lucas. I guess my other question is like, okay, so you're a meter maid, you're the scum of the earth, but I guess you need to do it to like make the money. But like, what is your obligation to your community? Like, do you think if you need, what was that?
It's Oliver.
Oh, okay. What is your obligation to your community? Do you think that like I don't know, can you bend the rules a little bit, or do you think you should be loyal to your people, like, at all costs?
I'm talking about people in your like beat as a meter maid.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on who you know.
Yeah, maybe.
Do you park in the same spot all the time?
Yeah.
Is it the same meter maid all the time, or is it?
I don't know.
Different
I don't
person?
think it's probably a different person.
Yeah, see, that's where you get fucked.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. There's no consistency with cops anymore. Like they're beats,
right?
Like it's always a different person and shit.
Right? Do they do that on purpose? You think?
Probably.
They got to. Yeah.
No.
It's like that episode where they try to shake down Starbucks. There's just an endless supply of people that are there to enforce these policies.
Mm-hmm. But I guess I feel like is it ever acceptable to like hurt if you're starving, is it acceptable to hurt the people, in your community? Is it acceptable to take a job as a fucking scum of the earth meter maid who gives me a double parking ticket during street cleaning, by the way, you fucking scumbag. I'm going to find you. I mean, I just feel like I'm going to harass every single meter maid that I see for the rest of my life.
You're going to do the Liam Neeson thing and just walk around with the club looking for a meter maid to beat up?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, but a meter maid, not
Right.
yeah.
Not Nicky Barnes.
There was this kid. There was this other kid that I worked with that got junk. He was like my age, and his dad was like a police captain. So he just like he was also like adopted. He was like an adopted Korean kid.
Oh,
was like,
shit.
So he's like a grown up Korean baby.
Yeah.
It was just like, and this kid just like did whatever he wanted to all the time, like talk shit to people and like.
Did he have an accent?
Yeah, he like talked like this actually. So imagine like a
Jersey.
Imagine like a heavy set Asian kid who's like, "Oh yeah, how you doing, guys? My dad's a cop, and it's pretty funny."
Have you ever seen this movie Little Italy with Hayden Christensen? They play Italians in Little Italy, Canada, and there's like this Asian dude that speaks an Italian accent.
That's with Emma Roberts too.
Yeah. There's an Asian dude that speaks an Italian accent, and when they're like Hayden Christensen's like, "Bro, look at you, you're Chinese."
Yeah,
and he's like, "Listen. Ever since my father found out I was gay, the only place I could find acceptance in was Little Italy." It was the fucking weirdest monologue ever.
Really?
Yeah, you should watch it. It's batshit crazy.
Interesting. There's a lot of homophobia, I guess, in the Italian community, in the black community. What is that? Where do you think that comes from?
Because we like sausage, but we don't take it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I don't even eat sausage, really.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I don't eat Italian bread.
Oh, really?
I don't eat any dick-shaped pasta.
Do you eat pussy?
No.
That's why. That's why she wants a queen bed.
That's too close to the other thing.
So funny.
Yeah. Well, if you suck pussy, you'll suck anything, and you might be a fanook. Yeah, but anyway, where the fuck?
If you had a mistress, would you If you had a mistress and your boy was fucking her, could you really be mad?
That's interesting.
Oh, okay. You're bringing it back to the story a
Like,
little bit.
she's technically not really your girl. Like, she's your girl, but like, she's not the one you like devoted.
That would piss me off.
Time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I can get mad. But then again, I don't think I could be like a drug pin, like, like the guy that backstabbed him and had sex with his mistress.
If you were in jail, though.
Right, I know.
If she was like a sex addict, she's like, I need some dick.
Right. Let me ask you this. We all know you're very faithful to Shelby, and you would never cheat on her. But if you were going to.
What a loaded question. What do you mean? Oh, would it be with
how would you cheat on her? Would it be like a on the road, out of town thing, or would you like pay for another woman's apartment and buy her a dog?
Oh, man.
And spend the day before Thanksgiving with her?
I mean, it's just such a far-fetched idea.
December 23rd.
I think it would have to be with a guy.
Right. Yeah.
It's like let's really
right. I mean, there's urges that she can't fulfill.
Right.
And you have a right to be happy.
This is just confusing for everybody.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know where that came from.
Exactly.
I'm just talking to my boy Chad.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Right.
Just hanging out.
Right. Friendship is another thing we can touch on because I don't know. I'm on this for some reason. I lost a friend a couple weeks ago, and it's just as you get older, it's just harder and harder to like see your boys. Yeah. And one thing I've been watching a lot is the scene in Red Dead Redemption 2, where you and all your boys go to rescue Jack Marston from the mansion. Did you play the game?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Almost done.
Nice.
Dutch
Vanderlyn like takes the old lady and drags her by the hair out of the house and drags her down the stairs. But it's like, me and my friends don't do anything together. Yeah. We don't do anything together.
Yeah, you don't drive bitches out their house and shit.
I wish somebody would kidnap, one of our kids, so we could storm the mansion.
That's pretty crazy mission,
Yeah. Just the prelude to that mission where you're riding together, where you're like, I'm gonna kill every one of those sons of bitches. You're like, yes. That was one of the greatest things I've ever experienced in my whole life. Everybody play Red Dead Redemption 2, huh? Also, we got another message from a sponsor. Do you guys need a mattress? Check out Casper. Matt's mom uses it every single night.
Do you need a place to hide your money?
Well, yeah, she hides her money, and she hides her child pornography that she sells. It's great, but it also helps her sleep a lot, right, Mrs. Anderson?
Yeah. Don't trust the bank with your child pornography.
Yeah, she sits on Matt's dad's face, and there we go. Anyway, folks, let's see. What else do we? You're
talking about friendship, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So I mean, we could talk about his friends betrayed him.
Yeah.
He got locked up after he organized this great thing. Everyone was eating. Everyone was making money. The community was suffering in some ways because other people were making money and like able to take care of themselves and shit.
Right.
He got locked up because he got put on time. What was it? New York Times.
Yeah. So that was
Mr. Untouchable.
That's such a great story of like they're like we're gonna run this story. Yeah, it was the Times, 1976.
Well, here's a hot take. People have a right to smoke crack if they want to. If they make fucking minimum wage and their life sucks, it's like, what else are you going to do to enjoy yourself?
Now, according to the government at the time.
Besides catcall and smoke crack. I mean, all these white women who complain about catcalling, it's like, don't you realize how terrible these people's lives are who are catcalling?
Don't you also realize like how voluptuous you must be for a bunch of brothers to be like calling you out? They're not going to just call it any chick.
Right. Yeah.
Be happy.
Yeah, you be happy, you thick queen.
Okay. 1976 Time magazine. They're like, hey, we're gonna run this story, and we're either gonna you either come in and you can do a photo shoot with us, or we're gonna run this mugshot from when you're like 15 years old. So he came in, he looks good.
Yeah, because he said he didn't like mugshots.
Right. It would be a bad image. Yeah. So like this is basically what led to his downfall. Like Jimmy Carter read that magazine article. He's like, this is your top priority. And
that's what took down both of them. Because when Frank Lucas dressed up in like a fucking pimp coat and like these $1,000 shoes and shit, that's when people were like, who the fuck is this guy?
Right. Yeah. You gotta live
like
down
low key.
Or like make it look like.
But then you have all this money. I mean, what do you do? Like I feel like I bought 2 hoodies this week and like I'm good. I don't need to buy anything. I just need to eat and pay my bills and that's it. This is going to keep me. I bought 2 hoodies and 2 hats. And it's going to keep me going for like, I think maybe another 3 weeks. I'm happy as a pig in shit. I'll put on the pants later. I'll show you. I'll show you how well it all goes together.
That was it. You spend your money on fucking gold sheets. You fuck on your Casper mattress.
Yeah. You buy a nice TV. No flashy car though, right? That's too much.
It's New York. You don't want to get an expensive car anyway.
Get a smart car.
It's going to get dinged up anyway. Yeah, get a smart car, get a Fiat, get a little,
one of those fucking...
You drive around in a Fiat.
Not conspicuous cars.
Yeah. You're right, though. Like, what would you spend your money on? If not for, like, luxurious shit.
It would just be like...
I feel like you'd buy nicer and nicer hoodies. Like, you'd get like a Louis Vuitton hoodie or something.
Yeah,
real.
That's like
it's
dumb.
A status
that's like
thing.
Dumb. Oh my god, it's a status thing.
Yeah,
you think it's cool to wear a Louis Vuitton hoodie?
No,
what are you? 15?
I don't. If I was rich, I probably would. I don't know.
No, but I'm saying like this is like the best hoodie I've ever owned. I don't need anything nicer than this. I honestly don't. You know?
You say that now.
It's perfect.
And I love how you said that you couldn't make eye contact with either of us. Yeah, it's perfect.
I'll wear it to my daughter's wedding.
Well, I have another one that's like almost just like it.
That would be so fucking great. It's like, hey, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Look at Adidas. It's got chocolate smudges from when Mike was
giving away his daughter.
Mike first got divorced.
I have another one that's like almost identical to it. It's just slightly different. But I don't need anything else. You know, I'm a simple man. Anyway.
What about that story?
If I would buy more art, I guess, and I would like probably paint the house and buy new furniture.
Nice.
And then, but you couldn't even like travel with drug money, right? Because you can't. You need like a credit card.
You need like a business to launder the money. Then you can put it on
In the 70s, though, now as a black guy, you wouldn't be able to travel in a briefcase full of cash.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
But like back, like when people were coming out of Colombia and shit, they were like all on briefcases of cash because they weren't security didn't have the capabilities to check like that.
Yeah,
right.
The only reason why that shit blew up is because literally he blew up a plane with Americans on it.
Right. They're like, what? There were white people on that plane. Yeah, you kind of see like with the Italian mob, there is a little bit of there's like a white privilege aspect to it. You know, there's a little more leeway. There's a little more bravado. There's a little more. What's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, leeways. That's right. You know, like especially with the justice system, it seems like everything was kind of stacked.
See all the money I pay Matt is worth it. I just say what's the word? He just repeats the word back to me. It's perfect. He's like a thesaurus with like no other words. Like it's like he's a thesaurus. You open it up and you're like, yeah, the word you looked up is fine.
Yeah.
That one's good.
Yeah,
just use that one.
And I don't know the meaning either.
Yeah. What's another word for ostentatious? Like, just use ostentatious. What are you, a fucking show off?
Yo, so this article is great though because like it also like led to like that story of the little kid at that Yankees game. You remember that where he's like, "Who's your hero?" And it's like Reggie Jackson, and he's like, "No, Nicky Barnes."
That's awesome.
I mean, yeah, he had too much heat.
Yeah.
When the fucking president tells the Southern District of New York to go after you, like you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Right. Which is why, like, also
the Southern District. That's like the big, like,
yeah. That's why,
right?
like, I feel like the Mueller thing is not going to bring down Trump. It's going to be the fucking Southern District of New York.
Oh, you
because
think?
they don't fuck around, man.
Right.
I learned that from Billions.
I was just thinking, Billion, and that's Paul Giamatti's character. Right? You better watch out, Trump. We're gonna instead of like Mueller being like the resistance hero, it's Paul Giamatti.
Well, he got fired though, right?
Who?
Oh, am I spoiling it?
Oh, on
last
Billions?
season.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I only watched
Succession.
You ever see Succession?
Yeah,
It's a good show.
it's a little over there. It's a little over the top.
Over the top.
It's a little over. I don't like the fucking guy who just married the chick that openly cheated on him. Do you know what I'm talking about? The psychopath that keeps fucking with the cousin. Yeah, Tom.
Oh,
the guy who keeps fucking with the cousin. That's kind of like weird.
I didn't know she cheated on him. I'm only on
She
episode.
cheated with the. Oh man,
I'm
I'm
only on
sorry.
episode 5, but it seemed obvious that she's going to do it. Yeah,
She's kind of hot, by the way.
she's really hot.
She wears a dress where like she has the biggest ass I've seen in a redhead
really?
white woman in a long time. Yeah,
Nice.
I think it's the next episode.
Nice.
I was very impressed.
There's nothing like a thick white woman.
I like Crashing.
You do? What do you like about
Kidding.
it? Oh, no, but don't you
I
feel like
haven't
making to go back to Crashing? Because don't you feel like
So sorry.
making a young actress like get naked and show her tits? Obviously, she's gonna take that role whether she wants to show her tits or not because it's like required.
Right now she gets to put that in her bio.
Judd Apatow
Crashing.
is like Mr. like stick up for women, but I just feel like that's way more degrading than what Louis C.K. tried to do. Having to get naked and fucking like grind with Pete Holmes and while he makes his fucking sex face. That's disgusting.
Well, I mean, she probably got a bonus though.
Yeah.
You don't get a bonus for like Louis C.K. popping one off.
Yeah, but
of
I don't
your
think
tree.
that means you're gonna. But that's the equivalent of like playing like a child molester in Law and Order. I feel like playing the girl who fucks Pete Holmes. She's not. That's all she's ever gonna do.
A child molester.
That's all she's ever gonna do because it's disgusting. In fact, it's a little less disgusting. It's more disgusting than being a child molester.
I would laugh so hard if it turns out that that's Pete Holmes' wife.
Oh yeah, I don't think so. But that would make it weirder. Yeah, me and my wife are gonna get naked together. I promise, if I ever have a sitcom, I will not. You will not see me fucking. You will not see my fucking my like sex face. That's fucking disgusting.
And Mike's show, the pilot, he's fucking. The opening scene is
It's just me. It's me masturbating.
So I told you you're not gonna see me fucking.
Right. It's just me jacking off, and you see my.
but tastefully done,
you
right?
see
We
my
only
dick.
see the curtains. Oh, we see your
it's
dick.
like,
Okay.
You see the money shot and everything. It's like a fucking Cinnabon.
Yeah. What's the name of that song? This song is like.
I don't know. It's really tough to.
Well,
It sounds like you're kind of
great.
half-assing
I
it.
love having a producer
What's
who
the
just
melody
picks
there?
up all
It
the
just
slack
seems
of
like
the
you
show.
just-
It's the song from
seemed like you
True
just
Romance.
kind of went.
I'm a
Oh.
bit worried right now.
No, I know it's on one of my
No, we're
Spotify
good.
playlists.
I feel like
Hold on a second. I'm gonna find
No
it.
comment on it.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna pull. I'm gonna do my own. I do my own pulling up.
I feel like this is what Mike does when no one's around. He's just like, "What's that song in my head?"
It's called like Canon in D.
Canon in D. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like a classic.
That's the
it's
wedding
like
song, isn't it?
Is it?
Like from the
Oh yeah. No, this is it.
from The Hangover.
Mm.
You got sound.
Yeah, let me turn it up. Play after ad.
Your dog.
Sorry, dog food commercial. Wow, I don't care. We're leaving it in.
Fucking commercial.
Do you have a podcast, right?
Yeah.
I just figured out this week how easy it is to record a podcast.
What do you mean?
Oh no, this isn't it.
Yeah, that's the
This is
wedding
good.
song. Canon
Yeah.
in D is the wedding song.
Yeah.
This isn't the wedding song.
That's what you were
This
trying
is
to
a
sing with
wedding
that
song.
weird voice.
No, this isn't it though.
It goes like doo 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 doo.
Yeah, that's a wedding song.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is usually
You
the song that
dance to
the
this?
chick comes down.
Yeah, if you
That's it.
you don't like fuck to this, right?
I do.
Deb thinks the ring's coming soon.
I put on an old timey wig.
You fucked with this, and
I dress up as Mozart.
Yeah. And Pure Moods you were talking about.
Oh yeah, that commercial scared the shit out of me. Anyway,
do you know about Pure Moods?
No.
It's got all the old hits like doo 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 doo. See that's a melody.
Yeah, that's how you understand what's going on.
I think people will know. People are gonna write in.
Yeah, right into the
how
show.
How did Matt not know what the fuck you were talking about? What is his fucking problem?
Dude,
I knew exactly the song you were trying
the show bio earlier, and I was just like, dictating, and like Mike's like, "Do you have anything to add?" And I was like, "Sorry, I'm typing." He's like, "Well, fuck you."
You know, it's absolutely amazing to me.
This song.
Now this, I'm
Oh, like for all the mafia movies.
Yeah,
it was like Grand Theft Auto 3. That was an commercial.
It's a
fact. It's written.
Yeah. God damn it! Why did she fucking call when we're recording? Give me the phone.
I just silenced.
Give me the phone.
You wouldn't even know.
Give me the phone. Why does she have to call? Why does she have to call now?
She doesn't know. Like, I literally just silence it.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Where's Matt?
He's right here.
I need him.
Why do you have to call now? You know we're recording.
I need him.
That's right. I'm taking the phone.
Oh, shit.
He's not recording.
Oh, man. I feel like I'm watching Mike Unhinged.
This makes me fucking sick.
This is the craziest thing.
I had a long day.
Your relationship makes me fucking sick.
Literally, all I do is I push the button that says, "Sorry, I can't talk right now," and it sends her a text that's polite. You know?
But that wasn't polite. She's trying to destroy our show from the inside. She doesn't want to see you succeed. And you know what? She's not going to fucking get in my way.
Literally, I flip my phone and I see like somebody's calling.
I'm blocking her from your phone.
Give me back my phone.
No, because you know what? She can ruin your life, but she's not going to ruin mine. I'm trying to be somebody. Okay?
All right.
You're going to have to choose. Do you want to be a part of the show, or do you want to be Shelby's peg buddy?
You got to make a choice, man.
Shelby's peg buddy?
The sit down or peg buddy?
Yeah.
I would choose Shelby.
Where is your... Okay, then you're fired.
Oh, boy.
Where's your fucking loyalty?
I feel like you're being a little aggressive.
I'm not.
She
has no right to call.
She has
no right to call.
Like, how's Patreon work?
Yeah, Matt, please.
What's the login again?
Log into the show that I fired you from. Why does she think she can do that?
Literally, you press a button and it just silences the phone call. You know
I have
that?
boundaries with my bitch, and maybe you should consider that too.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
Somebody send all of this to Deb.
We have to wrap up in a little bit, but Brandon.
Nicky Barnes, he's still alive.
He's still alive.
My notes are on the phone.
Brandon, your notes are on the phone?
Yeah.
How about this? This phone's going in my ass.
One quick thing about the interview between Nicky Barnes and Frank Lucas.
Yeah.
Check out the comments, because there's someone who's like, Nicky Barnes, you killed your best friend and ruined all these families' lives and ruined my life. And I was just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
You got to have a lot of anger, weird projection to like comment in a New York Mag article.
Yeah. Right.
About your family.
That's my favorite thing too. Well, I follow all these mafia accounts on Instagram, and it's like all the comments are just so funny because it's like, that's right, you don't disrespect the boss.
Yeah.
Here's another reason why Shelby sucks, and I'm going to tell the story, on the show. So I did Michael Brooks' show last Friday at the Bell House, and I was like, oh, we'll go over to Halyards and I'll go watch the show. Maybe Shelby will throw me up. Shelby runs a show in Brooklyn. And so I get there, and there was a comic on stage, and she was like, I don't want to say who the comic is because she's a friend of mine, but Shelby was like, so if she's, don't tell her, I said, don't repeat this. This is between us.
On the pug.
Don't betray your boy, okay?
Don't be a snitch.
Don't be a snitch, Matt. But
not like Mr. Untouchable, but don't be a snitch.
You're like Shelby speaking into a microphone.
But Shelby goes, if let's say the girl's name is Kelly, she's like, if Kelly's like too sad, we'll throw you up. But if not, we don't have time. We don't have time for you. So it's like, oh, okay, cool. I'll go up and do fucking cleanup.
But you're also the happy-go-lucky guy.
Yeah, I'm supposed to cheer up the room. I'm supposed to like improve the mood of the room. She can't just throw me on. She can't just give me 5 minutes on her fucking show that I was there to support. Yeah, it's a great show. So don't you want great comics on a great show?
No, that's I mean, I don't run.
Or am I just another white man?
I don't run bitches.
You know
brew.
what? I'll boycott every fucking female-run show in the city.
Yeah,
I don't
see,
even
that's
give
why
a
we need to
shit.
bring back Comedy Outliers, which we are doing on
Nice.
Saturday, February 23rd.
Oh, that was a great show.
The Bell House.
Check out Brandon's
Hell yeah.
show.
It's gonna be dope.
Brandon, any final thoughts?
Man, all I know is that this is one of the funniest gangsters of all time because he was like, you know what? I'm in jail. Everybody going down. He snitched on everybody, and he's still alive somehow.
Yeah. Witness protection. Rudy
But to be fair,
Giuliani
he didn't
got
snitch
it.
on the Italian mob. He just snitched on his like the group.
Well, he
The
did
council and
say
shit.
it seemed like there wasn't shame in him snitching. Like it did seem like he was like, I would rather snitch on these people and be out of this life than be a stand-up guy.
They also
in
did
the
him
life.
dirty too. That's what
They
his
did him
motivation
dirty.
was. Like he's like, you guys fucked me over.
Yeah.
You guys took away my money. You weren't paying my legal fees. This dude
Because he got
fucked my
pinched.
chick.
He got pinched first.
Yeah, he's like, this bitch, fucked with this dude. He ran out his wife too, by the way. He took down everybody, and he wanted to win his protection.
Ratted out his wife.
Yeah.
Jeez.
She went to jail for
Everybody
10
went to jail,
years
man.
or so.
Maybe, but they never
I
go
don't
after wives. They never send wives to jail.
I know that's
He
why
did.
he was extra petty.
Yeah.
He sent like 109
Or
names
maybe some
in.
ambitious prosecutor. Maybe Giuliani was like, I'm going to send all these. I'm going to send every
I can't.
black person who was connected to Nicky Barnes to jail. Giuliani sucks, huh?
I can't stand his lisp. It drives me nuts.
Yeah, get it fixed. You fucking stupid.
You never had speech therapy? Come on, New York
Right.
City. They got great resources.
Ray Lucas and Frank Lucas and fucking Nicky Barnes both said Giuliani would be a great president.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, from
They
that
also-
2007 sit down.
They also said Hillary was going to win. They were like, Hillary's going to win. hands down.
They were like, we aren't ready for a black president. We aren't ready for a woman president. We aren't ready for an Italian president. But Hillary would probably win that shit.
Jeez.
Which
Well,
they probably
fortunately,
identified
we
with
didn't-
Hillary as like another psychopath or another narcissistic psychopath.
I mean,
who's
the
like,
plus size,
I'll do whatever it takes to win.
we weren't going to these fucking retired black gangsters for their political thoughts. It's like they were on CNN.
Yeah.
Fucking rotation.
Hillary's like, I'm honored to introduce a real pillar of the black community, Frank Lucas. He's a real millionaire. Right?
I feel like Hillary Clinton just like sits in a private room in one of her states, just watching reels of herself, like during the debates with Trump, just like, I had him.
Yeah.
I fucking had him.
Yeah.
Well, and she plays Russian roulette with a gun in her hand every day.
Well, 2020, baby. Don't give up, Queen.
Yeah, don't go away. Don't go AFK next election cycle.
What's AFK?
Away from keyboard. She did like 2 events. She fainted at one.
Oh, nice.
That 9/11 memorial. She's like, fuck.
I mean, apparently there's like some true credence to like the fact that she actually might be sick.
Right.
Like,
I
that's
saw
not like some
of that.
bullshit. That's
Right.
not.
She might be what?
She might legit be sick. Like she might actually like have had like brain issues and
Yeah.
A real
general
disease that
health
money
issues,
can
yeah.
treat, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
Yeah. We all gonna die someday.
FDR had some kind of his legs were retarded or something. Right, folks?
So I'm talking about unfiltered comedy.
Remember in Independence Day when the president gets in the fighter plane?
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
No one was just like, hey, you're the leader of the free world. Don't do that.
Right.
And he's like, Bill Pullman, I was a Casper. I can do whatever I want.
But I always looked at the poster of the president and thought about who I could see in a fighter plane. In
You see Trump in one?
Probably not.
Yeah.
It was only like JFK and FDR.
Yeah.
Maybe Ronald Reagan.
Clinton, right?
We're
Young
gonna
Clinton.
kill these maybe Clinton. We're gonna kill these.
I would say
goddamn
Obama, but they would
aliens.
shoot him down in like 20 seconds. The own U.S. Army would fucking shoot him
Right.
down and be like, oh shit, sorry.
Oh,
It
whoops.
was like
Yeah.
a Pat Tillman friendly fire situation.
Oh shit. I forgot. I always forget about that story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one talks about that because wasn't he speaking out against the war?
AOC just yells at the aliens till they're embarrassed.
She drives me crazy, but she has a nice pair of tits.
Why'd she drive you crazy?
She's just a lot. She's a lot.
Like her Twitter presence?
Yeah, she's just a lot. She's like the
Yeah, but
Viola
it's
Davis
good
of
that
like
somebody's saying this stuff.
Congresswoman.
What Viola Davis talks a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever seen her do like, award speeches or something like that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
I mean,
AOC has a nice pair of tits though.
Yeah.
This is like a very sexist comedy.
No, we don't. I'm not joining in on that.
I like her
I'm
ideas more than her
I'm not going to
tits.
objectify my queen.
I was worried that like I'm on these podcasts where everyone's just saying crazy shit, and I say one thing, and everyone's just like, okay.
Yeah.
That happened to me one time when I was on a podcast with Anthony Cumia and Artie Lang,
Mm-hmm.
and they're both saying crazy shit, and I forgot I said something about someone's like asshole, and then they were both like, oh boy. I was like, holy fuck.
Nice. Yeah. What's wrong with you?
Dude, out of context, we could all have like a sizzle reel of us being retarded.
You're the only guy who writes Anthony Cumia an apology letter for saying something offensive.
Sorry.
Anyway, well, folks, I guess we're going to wrap up. So, you know the deal. Support us on Patreon.
Do you have anything to plug?
Oh, yeah.
Follow me at American Collins, AmericanCollins.com. Check out my movie podcast, Media Popcorn, Niggas Spoiling Movies. Going to have Mike on soon to do Goodfellas. Been wanting to do that movie for a long time.
Nice.
And then, like I said, I have a Comedy Outliers show at the Bell House on February 23rd.
Nice.
Tickets at AmericanCollins.com. And then if you're around the night before, Friday, February 22nd, Creek in the Cave, Drunk Black History with me and comedian Gordon Baker Bone. And we breaking down some Black history and getting fucked up.
Cool.
And yeah, you guys know the deal. Follow us on Twitter at SitDownPod. Follow at Mike Recine on Twitter, at Fat Manderson on Twitter. That's your Twitter handle, right?
No, it's Manderson Comedy. Fat Manderson's my Twitch.
Oh, Fat Manderson
playing video
Twitch.
games suck.
If you want to watch Matt
Twitch,
play
man.
video games,
Saves lives.
Yeah. Dude, it's like 8-year-olds and podcast bands.
Yeah, but it can save you from a crime, man.
Weirdest. Yeah.
American Vandal, R.I.P.
Yeah, kick us a few bucks on Patreon. You know, guys, it's maybe you don't want to be committed, but it's so easy to just cancel the subscription anytime. Don't cancel if you're already signed up, but if you want to just support us for a couple months, you know, we really appreciate it having that money.
Casper mattress.
What's that?
You need that Casper mattress, man.
Yeah, I do. I need a Casper mattress. They should
Future
send me
sponsors.
one. I'll promote it. I should just ask them to send me a fucking mattress, right?
Well, if they sponsor us, for sure they will.
How about Purple?
Yeah, we'll do all the mattress. I'll do this.
Mr. Purple?
Now that I have a little
Purple
information,
mattress.
I'll start emailing these people.
I told Matt, I was like, we should start reaching out to sponsors to see if we can get advertisers. I'm like, so what are some sponsors that you would like want on the show? And he goes, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll listen to some podcasts and figure out. I'm like, yeah, good. Listen, get back to me in 8 hours for some ideas on who to reach out to.
Dude, he's just repeating
For
what
God's sake.
Dev already fucking drugged me for that, dude.
No, but
He's just repeating your
But
queen's words,
I gotta
dog.
commend you guys. I listened to the show. Love the show.
Thanks.
You would never understand how close this is going to falling off the rails unless you're here. I love it.
I don't think it's off
Which
the
episode
rails.
did you listen to?
I listened to all of them, but I listened to
We're funny first,
my
baby.
favorite one is the last one you guys have with Frank Terranova on.
Oh, yeah, King of
Because
Something.
he's so out of his mind.
Yeah, he's great.
I know. You never know what you're going to get with him because he's like a genuinely sweet guy.
Yeah, he
and
really
makes me
is.
laugh. And then, I mean, whatever. And then some people don't appreciate it. And you know what? Those people are cucks because I don't give up my friends. That's right. Frank,
Not for their mattresses.
Frank, you're my boy.
Hell yeah.
I'll never betray you. Yeah, see, a queen size purple mattress is $1,000. That's too much money.
I could buy 3 of those right now.
Really? That's that's like 12
I've had a
hoodies.
good year so far.
Yeah, doing what?
Just stuff, man.
Yeah, what are you
Yeah,
doing? How
don't
you
get
making your
into his
money?
business on
Stuff,
air.
Just stuff. You know?
Okay. Well, he's tooting his own horn in my house. A little disrespectful.
In my house. Hell yeah, dude.
It's like, all right, folks, we'll see you later. In my house.
All right, we're done. Bye-bye. Thanks for listening, guys. Take care. God bless.